Let me tell you what we not finna do. I don't know why this camera say 35.31, but I only been on here for 7 seconds. But anyway, let me tell you what we not finna do. So I just spent from 3:53 to 4:25 on the phone with my son's assistant principal. She called me to tell me that there was an issue today, a little issue with Amar. He walked up to a boy and had his hand, this is not my words, her words, had his hands in the air, and the other boy put his hands in the air, and they started hitting at each other. And I just want to let you, I told Amar, this is what she said, I told Amar that he would be having lunch detention tomorrow. And so I just wanted to let you know it was going to be real quick with her. I said, tell me what happened. I said, were you there? Did you see it? Or is this something that you heard? She said, I watched the tape. I can go back and watch it again. And so I can tell you. I said, okay. She said, oh, okay, well, let me see if I can do it really fast. Oh, I'm on hold for it. I'm on hold for it. Because you called me, right? So I got time. You called me, actually, and I called back because I was in the shower. But I got time. Cause I'm calling you back because I got time. So she called me back, and no, she didn't call back. So she got back to me. Don't turn the TV on right now. She got back to me, and she said, I said, who hit who first? The boy hit Amar. The boy. She was sounding like she was she was very confused, and I don't understand why. Cause it's a videotape. They were the boy hit him first. They had their hands in the air, and I don't know what they were doing, but then Amar hit him, and then there was some pushing, and then Amar hit him last. I say, but the boy hit him first. Yeah, I say Amar he not going. He not going to school detention, lunch detention. Well, I don't want them to get hurt, right? So if two people hit each other, right, then they get in trouble. I say he hit him first. I don't raise my child to be a pushover. I don't raise him to allow himself to get punked or bullied. Amar was supposed to hit him back. But Amar walked over to him first, and then he hit him. Operative word, when I say hit who first? The boy hit him first. You can walk. I smell your feet. You got to do something about that. Okay. So the boy hit him first, but Amara walked across the. So what we saying then is that what should have happened? Because where was the teacher? Oh, she was right there. Then she should have stopped the exchange that happened, the exchange of words that happened, if there was an even exchange that happened before Amara walked across the room. Oh, they were in the hallway. Before he walked across the hallway, or before he walked, so this is me now, or before he walked to the end of the line, or before he walked to the front of the line, or before he walked 3 people to the back of the line, she should have checked what was being said before it came to a crashing, horrible end. That's what the teacher should have did. They should have had some supervision. Oh, she was supervised. Okay, maybe you need to talk to her. Maybe you need to discipline her and not just the brown boy, because I'm sure he probably the only brown boy, because it's one of them schools. And he probably the tallest, because I got a Samson going on. And he probably the largest. I got a Samson going on. So I'm sure she noticed him. But what she should have did was notice the boy that said something first before Amar walked across the room. Before the two boys got in trouble, and then she was satisfied because she could just throw them in detention. So she thought she should have checked it when it was just one person sneering or whatever he was doing at the other boy, at the brown boy. I said, y'all got a habit. I see a pattern, a thread of, because a couple of weeks ago, two white girls called him a autistic queer or autistic gay boy. And I don't know if they said artistic, but whatever. And then some boy called him a nigger. So Amar called him a bitch ass something and said something to the girls, whichever. And then his teacher dropped me a line. Well, she wrote me on the conduct form and told me about it. I told her, let's try some positivity. Let's try. I say, don't keep sending me these negative lines about my son. You probably hoping he gonna read it and then let him be dispirited or disheartened because of all the negativity going, and I'm signing my name on it. No, and I wrote this to the lady. No, let's try some positivity going on. How about that? Because you good at writing, dropping the line about the negativity, but you ain't saying nothing positive that's going on. So I wrote on there, I said, Amar shall, what I write? Amar shall do well and have good success. That's what I wrote on there in green. Stop playing with me. Let's get some positive. What is really going on? I know what's going on. I moved in this neighborhood thinking the wrong thing, because racism became real when I moved over here. Oh, but some of y'all got the right one. But get out of my video. Anyway, so I told the lady, the assistant principal, yeah, y'all I see a thread. Y'all good for that. But let's try, I say, because the supervision, let's try talking to the teacher about how to handle things before they come to a crashing burn, a horrible end. Let's try that right there, because there's an umbrella, right? For instance, there's the God, there's the man, there's the woman, and then there's the children. Let's not just put the whole brunt of the discipline on the children. Let's talk to the adult. Let's talk to that woman. Because it's satisfying to throw some kids in detention. I say, but it's not. But as far as the mark goes, it's not going to be no separating of the student from the classroom. We're not doing that. What y'all thought y'all had was one of them mamas that would be like, boy, I heard she told me what you did. Go sit your ass. No, we're not doing that, because the teachers was frustrated when they came to school because the husband slapped her or cheated on her, and now she want to know, brown boy gonna make it. Brown boy gonna make, you don't have one there. Now, I used to be like that. I wasn't wise. I didn't know, but I know now. I'm very aware, especially since we in this neighborhood. And it's said that black people can't be racist, because do your thing. We accept y'all. We accept all. But I know what I see. I know what I hear. I know what's going on. I'm not dumb. Very undumb. Very undumb. So she keep going back to, but they hit each other. I said, there's a difference of opinions here. And I know it can be credited to how you were raised and how I was raised. My history and your history. How you raised your child and how I raised my child. But where I'm from, if one person hits somebody, you're not going to go run down the street and find a strange adult to tell. You have to take care of yourself. And that's how that goes. So I keep going. Okay, well, if a policeman is called to a residence because a man hit his wife with a skillet and then she slapped him or threw a drink in his face. They not both going to jail. He going to jail because he started it first. And then, but if there was a young 17-year-old or 18-year-old boy who beat the hell out of a bum, and the bum, and he's kicking the bum in the head, and the bum get up and swing at him, hit him with a cane, they not both going to jail. He going to jail. If the same wife and husband was at the house and she threw a drink in his face and then he hit her, they not going to jail. He going to jail because he hit her first. That's how that go. That's how that go. And I know, but as you can hear, we was raised differently. Oh, but if those same people were in the street and they both fight, they're both going to jail. They not both going to jail. I wanted to take it back to some slavery, but I was like, because none of that was fair. But I kept telling her, and she kept like bringing it back. But so they're both gonna have not just Amar, but they're both gonna have detention. I say no, Amar not gonna have detention, and he better not come home and tell me that he was separated from his class at any point during lunch tomorrow. If he does, I'm going to call or email your superintendent, and we're gonna have a discussion. And she was like, I think I'm confused. Are you saying that Amar shouldn't be disciplined for hitting a student? No, Amar shouldn't be punished. Come on, let's get the rhythm of the hands. You using the word, but I'm using the words. You're using the words, but I'm using the truth. I said no, he shouldn't be punished because somebody hit him and he hit him back. I'm talking about from 353 to 425. This lady had zero. There was like non-compass. And now I can sympathize. She from there, and we from out here. So that's what you was raised differently. I said, let me ask you a question. If you had a 12-year-old daughter and a girl came up to her and just started busting her in her head with a brick, would you expect for her to get up from the ground and run down the street around the corner until she found an adult to tell? Or would you expect for her to get the girl up off her? Well, I guess I don't even need you to answer that question because you trying to find a way. But what I'm telling you, we back. I say, you know what? I don't want to tire you out with all of this. Amar is not going to serve any type of detention tomorrow. He just not. I think, and she just kept going back. I say, I'm gonna let you express yourself because I feel like at the end of the day, she probably was frustrated. You know, people want you to let them dump on you, or they just want to be heard. Okay, I'm gonna let you be heard. But hear ye. That boy going to lunch with the rest of them boys. Ain't gonna be no segregation in the lunchroom tomorrow. Don't let it be said that the boy was separated. That's what I said. Don't let it be said that the boy was separated from the class tomorrow. 353 to 425. And I'm saying the same words. And I said like I talked to the teacher first and then talk to the children. I'll talk to my son and you talk to your teacher. I don't know what she gonna do and I don't care. I don't know what you would do. I don't care. I'm gonna talk to my son. You talk to your teacher, your employee, and let that be what it is. And since you telling me that he needs to tell on anybody that says anything to him, then I'm fully expecting for you to remove him from the whole classroom if the same person or any person says to to him something that's undesirable or unapproved, that would be unapproved 2 times. So if the person say something one time, I expect for that teacher to talk to him, to that person, and it never happened again. If it does happen a second time, I expect for you to move them our whole classroom, and I guess we're just gonna keep doing it like that. Maybe Amara find a teacher that's gonna actually be paying attention to the classroom, and not just want to get her rocks off by putting brown boys in detention. We're not doing that right there. And she was like, "Oh well, if a boy says so," I said, "No, no." And then I went on ahead and let my since she was dumping, I didn't have no frustration. There was a little frustration because of the record that I have and the fact that it will sometimes exclude me from jobs. Other than that, I ain't had no frustration. But since we letting the chickens come out the coop, I'm letting mine come out the two though. I'm letting mine come out the two though. So I said, going back to the bullying, because she still didn't understand. Going back to the bullying, not only I don't want him to be bullied physically, but if a person calls if a boy say something about you, hoe ass nigga, or if a boy call a pussy or a bitch ass nigga, I'm expecting for him to respond, not react. And I expect for you to basically handle that, and for it to never be said again. Never be said again. I had to get a little bit vulgar because she was being stupid, and I didn't want to be stupid, so I just, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, that was that. I just had to come tell y'all about what was going on. At the end, I got a little bit murky because I said those words, but I don't recall what exactly she said to make me say, if a boy called my son, oh, I was talking about the girls that called him an autistic gay boy and the boy that called him a nigger. I said, anyway, I'm gonna leave that alone because that's that area right there. I can't hook it line to line, so I'm just gonna leave that alone. But anyway, I said them words because she kept not understanding. I said, we just agree to disagree. So at the end of the conversation, she finally came on across. She finally came ashore. She after all that floating, that sailing with no sail, a ship without a sail, baby was confused. She finally managed to come ashore. She was like, well, okay, then you talk to Amar when he gets home. I'll talk to my teacher and tell him that next time, if it happens again, both students will get detention. I say, well, you talk to your teacher and stop it from happening and coming to a crashing halt to where the brown boy and the other boy gets detention. Just stop it when you can hear. Because you can always hear. There's warning comes before destruction, right? I was always told that. I was told that by a trashy person, but I believe warning a lot of times does come before destruction. So you teach them to have that hearing, and I'll teach him about his hands. It's not going to be different. It's not going to be different from what I've taught him before, but I said I was going to talk to him, and I talked to him. That's all. I just came on to tell y'all what was happening. That's it. Have a good day. I'm out then. Late a rato.